In the Topkapi Palace library, a map was discovered that accurately depicted the coastline of the Americas, decades before they were fully explored, and parts of Antarctica that shouldn't have been known for centuries. It is a document that defies the established timeline of human exploration, a fragment of gazelle skin that suggests our ancestors knew far more about the shape of the world than modern history books allow. This is the Piri Reis map, a 16th century enigma that continues to challenge the boundaries of cartography and historical fact. The story of this artifact began in 1929 during a routine inventory of the Topkapi Palace in Istanbul. While organizing the library of the Ottoman sultans, a German theologian and a Turkish museum director stumbled upon a parchment that had been rolled up and forgotten for 400 years. When they unfurled it, they found a portolan chart, a realistic sailing map, dated to the year 1513. It was signed by Piri Reis, a renowned Ottoman admiral, geographer and cartographer, who was eventually executed by the Sultan in 1554. Piri Reis was no amateur. He was a titan of the Ottoman Golden Age, a man whose life was dedicated to the sea and the science of navigation. In the notes written directly on the map in Ottoman Turkish, Reis makes a startling claim. He explains that he did not personally survey these lands. Instead, he compiled his masterpiece from over 20 different source maps. Among these sources were 8 Ptolemaic maps dating back to the era of Alexander the Great, several Arabic charts, and, most intriguingly, a map drawn by Christopher Columbus himself during his voyages to the New World. Because the original maps drawn by Columbus have been lost to history, the Piri Reis map is considered one of the most important links to the earliest European understanding of the Americas. However, as researchers began to look closer, the map revealed details that seemed impossible for 1513. The precision of the South American coastline is particularly striking. It shows the eastern edge of the continent with remarkable accuracy, including the mouths of the Amazon and Orinoco rivers. It even depicts the Andes Mountains, which the Spanish would not officially discover until several years after the map was drawn. The way the South American coast is positioned in relation to Western Africa suggests a level of mathematical precision that is difficult to explain for the period. The most controversial element of the map, however, is the landmass at the very bottom. For decades, some researchers, most notably Professor Charles Hapgood in the 1960s, argued that this lower section depicts the Queen Maud Land coast of Antarctica. This claim is revolutionary for 2 reasons. First, Antarctica was not officially discovered until 1820, more than 3 centuries after Piri Reis created his chart. Second, and even more baffling, Hapgood claimed the map showed the Antarctic coastline in its ice-free state. Geological evidence suggests that the last time the Antarctic coast was free of ice was thousands of years ago, long before the rise of any known civilization capable of such advanced cartography. Hapgood's theory led to the suggestion that Piri Reis had access to source maps from a lost, technologically advanced seafaring civilization, a culture that mapped the entire globe while the glaciers were still retreating. This idea was even taken seriously by the United States Air Force in 1960, when a colonel from the 8th Reconnaissance Technical Squadron wrote that the map's depiction of the subglacial features of Antarctica aligned with seismic profiles taken during modern expeditions. Beyond the mystery of Antarctica, there is the technical problem of longitude. In the early 16th century, mariners could easily determine their latitude by measuring the stars, but calculating longitude, the east-west position, was notoriously difficult. It required incredibly accurate clocks that would not be invented for another 200 years. Yet, the Piri Reis map displays a high degree of longitudinal accuracy. How did a 16th century admiral, or his ancient sources, manage to calculate the distance between Africa and the Americas so precisely? Modern mainstream cartographers offer a more grounded, though equally fascinating perspective. When analyzing the annotations in Ottoman Turkish, we find that Piri Reis was incredibly meticulous. He often wrote descriptions of the animals, people and climates of the lands he was drawing, based on the reports of sailors who had returned from the West Indies. Some experts argue that the supposed Antarctic section is not Antarctica at all. Instead, they suggest it is actually the southern coast of Brazil. In this view, the mapmaker simply ran out of room on the gazelle skin parchment. To fit the entire coastline onto the available material, he may have curved the shore of South America to the east. When you look at the map with this perspective, the Antarctic coastlines match up quite well with the actual geography of the South American continent if it were bent at a right angle. This explanation avoids the need for lost civilizations or prehistoric ice-free surveys, but it still leaves us with a masterpiece of early 16th century intelligence and guesswork. We must also consider what we are missing. The Piri Reis map we possess today is only a fragment, approximately 1/3 of the original work. It focuses on the Atlantic Ocean and the surrounding shores. We can only imagine what the other 2/3 contained. Did they show the Indian Ocean with equal precision? Did they contain clues about the Far East that would have shocked European explorers? The missing pieces represent one of the great what-ifs of historical geography. The Piri Reis map is a testament to the intellectual curiosity of the Ottoman Golden Age, a time when scholars in Istanbul were synthesizing knowledge from every corner of the known world. It serves as a reminder that history is rarely a straight line of progress. It is often a mosaic of lost and rediscovered information. Independent historical research like this is vital to understanding the complexities of our past. If you find these investigations into forgotten history compelling, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Your support is what allows Null Atlas to continue digging through the archives to bring these incredible true stories to light. By engaging with the channel, you help ensure that these mysteries aren't lost to time once again. Ultimately, the Piri Reis map remains an enigma because it bridges two worlds. It is firmly rooted in the 16th century, yet it seems to whisper secrets from a much older era. Whether it is a lucky collection of sailors' tales or a copy of maps from a forgotten age of exploration, it forces us to reconsider how much our ancestors truly knew about the planet they inhabited. The greatest mystery lies in those lost source maps Piri Reis mentioned. If he truly had maps from the time of Alexander the Great that showed the Americas, then our entire understanding of ancient maritime capability must be rewritten. Do you believe this map proves the existence of an earlier, technologically advanced seafaring civilization? Or is it a masterpiece of early 16th century guesswork and distorted geography? Let us know your theory in the comments.